every company has different departments that handle different parts of forestry, and one of those departments at Lone Rock and every other company is inventory. And much like you would appraise a house, we appraise our forests for health and value and volume and that kind of thing. My name is Isaac Cherry. I was a homeschool student here in Oakland, Oregon, and started at UCC when I was 16, finished high school there as a dual credit student, and then I got into forestry and started their forestry program, their forest management track, which will then transfer on to OSU. And I obtained an internship with Lone Rock Resources. So I just took a plot, which is part of a statistical sample of an entire stand of trees, and that I use a tool called a reloscope, and that determines which is in or out. And then I measure all those trees, their diameter at breast height, and then the height of the tree, and then estimate the live crown, and all of those kind of things are indicative of the health and growth modeling of the tree itself. So this is a laser, and I'm actually measuring the height of a tree. Take a stick or something. We can count the ages, so 58. 2 years, about 60 years old.
That makes it much easier to count the rings straight back, so you can get an accurate age for us, and that goes into the model and impacts the outcome. How big is a 100-acre plot?
11.78 feet.
Yeah, so, and we would take it's called a fixed radius plot, so it's the same every time. He's doing a variable radius plot, which uses a basal area factor. So inside of that, it moves based on how steep it is. So this is what the inside of his reloscope looks like. It has a bunch of different bars. So for different BAFs, it's basal area factors, it has different lines. So it'll pick up larger trees that are farther away, and it'll leave out smaller trees that are closer.
I took a dendrology course, the study of trees and identification, and that was awesome. I loved it. I didn't even know that was a thing you could do. When you plant a stand of trees, that stand of trees will be there for 50 years, oftentimes long after your career is over. Or many will plant their first stand when they're young and then harvest it, the year they retire. And that's just a really, really cool kind of history and connection you can have with the forest. Not all get to experience that. UCC is super, super committed to student success. So if you yourself are a hard worker and are committed to making good connections, UCC is there to help you. The professors will take time out of their schedule and their day and all of that just to be able to help you with a project or anything like that. It's affordable because it's a community college. That's a huge thing for many of us who are young and pinching pennies. And it's just great connections to the community as well that help you get your foot in the door after you're done with education.